Hey, shalom, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shabarakathum to the brothers, Yahweh Shemar, Alatha Bahasham, Yahweh Shabarakathum to the sisters. This is a California ISUPK Lashawan Qadash class. The Lashawan Qadash stands for Holy Tongue. And this is a biblical tongue given to us by the Lord, passed down to our forefathers, and since 1969, the commanding General Yohana. We've been teaching the truth about the Bible as well as the Lashawan Qadash in its truest form. Not speaking like the Lashawan Qadash I talk about every week, where they, the Christian church speaks about the Holy Tongue. They ask you, you got the Holy Tongue. They start running up and down the aisles. They start scatting, doing all this weird stuff, and it's really a show. It has nothing. It's not biblical at all. This is why the ISUPK is so important, because we open the Bible and we actually break down the origins and what the Lashawan Qadash really represents. And as far as it being the holy tongue that the Lord has given us, this is actual language that the Lord has given us, his own chosen people. And the Lord does have a chosen people. If you are of the 12 tribes of Israel, you are a part of the Lord's chosen people. The Lord said he had his own chosen people unto himself. So understand, when he chose when he has his own chosen people, he gave them their own language. But due to not following the commandments, not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, following other gods and deities, we've been put in captivity as far as taking on other languages, taking on other religions, going out of our dietary laws and other statutes that we are supposed to keep, because we start following other laws and other gods. This is why it's so important that you get back into it's more important that you get into the ISUPK and you get into the true body of Christ. This is where that's in the ISUPK, because they break down the Bible in truth and spirit. There is nothing. They're not selling it to you. It's not a show. They don't need you to come next week. They just want to give you the Lord, because the Lord in the Bible, it says, "Love thy brother as thyself." So if I love my brother as myself, I'm going to tell my brother the truth. I'm going to try to save my brother as I try to save myself. That's why it's important to get in these classes, because we follow these commandments and we truly love our brothers and our sisters. And we all want to enter the kingdom together as one body, because we are one body. This is why we do these classes every week, so we can get edified and we can learn our history. This is a history, a language and thing, and a time frame that's been taken from us to a point before 1969. General Yohana, half the stuff that we didn't even know about. We only knew Christianity, you know. We only knew what they taught us, and we know Christianity is a form of slave religion. It's just to keep blacks, Hispanics, and the other 12 tribes obedient to loving their masters and enduring their captivity. When true indeed, we know we should not be here. We should not be serving this master. But once we start serving the Lord correctly, we will see the kingdom. We will have the kingdom built correctly. But until then, we're gonna have to stay. We're gonna have to stay in our word. We're gonna have to stay with keeping this brotherhood strong. We're gonna have to stay having these classes. We're gonna stay building these schools up. We're gonna stay having to bring brothers and sisters into these schools, because the work of the Lord never stops. I don't care if you sleep. The Lord's working throughout the night, trying to get his people together, get their minds and spirits right. But what we're doing is the Lashawan Qadash. It is our language, like I said before, is a language that we have been given from the Lord, and we've been given English, we've been given Spanish, we've been given all the languages of our oppressor, but we haven't been taught our own language until 1969. And the ISUPK has been teaching the blacks and Hispanics native tongue. They're teaching how they wrote, what they ate. Because if you're a black Hispanic, you do have a dietary law. You're not supposed to eat shrimp, crab, or lobster. The only way you would know that is if you were actually in these classes. Other than that, you'll still be going to church, eating pork chop sandwiches, not knowing that the Lord is not happy with you. Okay, I'm gonna go into the alphabets. If you do need a chart, let me know. If you do need a chart, if you're watching from Facebook, I can send you a chart from Facebook. If you are watching from YouTube, put your email in and I'll send you a chart. It's no problem. Right now, I'm going to go ahead into the alphabets. I'm going to go into the ancient. And you guys can follow along. Like I said, if you need a chart, just go ahead and put it in the comment board. We'll get you a chart. Until then, just write it down like I am. Just trying to find a marker that works. Put a lot of time in it. Might put it in that. Hopefully they put it in there. Find something. Oh, okay, cool. Gotcha. I'll send you one. No problem. I'm gonna go to the sounds. This is ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. And those are the sounds of the Lashawan. The Lashawan characters of the alphabets, as far as when the ancient and the Assyrians, they changed. The characters changed in the alphabets. The sounds the way you sound it out remains the same. The sounds remain the same. But the characters of the alphabets may change, but the sounds remain the same. I'm trying to send this I gotta send over a chart to somebody. Bear with me for a quick second. Baba Kashan means please. Just send the chart to somebody. Quick second. Let me get that over to him. All right, Slakia. Let me just go back over the sounds again. This is Abagadaha Waza Kha Tayaka Lama Nasa Ipa Taza Kwara Shata. There is a similar sound in there. There's that Kha and there's the Ka. Remember, this is the Kha. When you get to see that CH, it's a Kha. When you have the Kha and then you see that Ka, there's Ka. Just an example. You know, when you have that, so I don't want you to hear you say Abagada Kha, and then you say Kha again. It's not, it's Kha. You know what I'm saying? So it's Abagada Hawaza Kha ya Kalama Nasa Ipa Taza Kwara Shata. Like I said, those sounds are the same. Yeah. Between the ancient and the Assyrian, the sound is the same. It's just the characters of the alphabets do change. You will see that when I start writing in the Assyrian. And I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead and write that out. If you guys do need a chart, let me know. If you are on Facebook, just put it in the comment board. I can send one to your messenger. But if you are on YouTube, go ahead and put your email in, and I'll send it to you via email. No sweat. Just so you can go home and exercise it. It's always good to go home. And the Lord says, "Study and show thyself approved." So it's always good to go home and exercise something that is in your blood anyway. This right here, this language it resonates to your spirit because it runs to your blood. Your forefathers used to speak in this language. They spoke in the Lashawan. The Lashawan is your language. Somebody walk by. It's up. something like that. I'll take one. Yeah, that's what one of them Jones I just said. Also, pineapple chewies. I got more pineapple. Oh, this is perfect. It's that ghetto jam right here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go over the sound again. I see you guys like locking. I'll go over the sounds again. We leave. I said, because I had like 5 people in there. I see there's like one person on there. I said, they like, if you ain't gonna stimulate us, we leave it. Salaki, y'all. Abagadaha wazakatayaka lama na sai I pachakwarashata. I'm going to go ahead and erase this, and we're going to go into the Assyrian. Like I said, the sounds of the Assyrian are the same. The sounds are exactly the same. It's just the character of the alphabets they do change. Kenya was trying to come up here. You heard me? Yeah. Trying to bring my dad too. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, nah. Oh my God. That's bad. Like I said, the sound does not change. It's just the characters of the alphabets do change. I can show you. Hey, Shalom Yah Bahasham Yahweh Shamar. Alatah Bahashim Yahweh Shaz to the sisters. Abagada Hawazakhataya Kalamana Sa'aipa Tazakwara. Those sounds stay the same. The characters of the alphabets do change. You see, some of these alphabets have double characters. The double characters. This first character of the alphabet is used in the beginning of the word or the middle of the word. The second character is always used at the end of a word. I'll show you a better example when I do some vocabulary. How all these double characters are used. But for now, just let you guys write them down. If you do need a chart, let me know. Take it home, work on it. Get a better understanding of the chart. Are those double characters of it? Hey, Shalom sis. Starla. Right. Go to the sounds again. Abagada Hawaza Khataya Kalamana Sa'aipa Tazakwarashata. I think I have to start writing a little bit bigger so they can see it. Like they chips. I'm hungry as hell. I'm hungry as hell right there. Okay, I'm gonna go over the sounds again, and right side I'm going to the vocabulary. This is Abagada wazakataya kalamana sa ipatiza kwarashata. Now, ladies, I'm gonna have the Snickers commercial. Why wait? Rather Snickers. Man, I'm right. I used to work at this candy factory. I ate so many Snickers till my stomach started hurting. I stopped eating. Ain't no more Snickers like that. That was my favorite candy. I used to eat that shit for breakfast. We sick as hell. First word is beast. Okay. Start like this. Sorry. When you see a character like this under a word, an ancient alphabet, let me write that first. See that? This this represents if you see it under a certain part of the word, it makes that certain sound singular. You see that under a word, it makes those sounds. You don't see that under two words. It's gonna make those sounds connect. So anytime you see this under a word, it makes that certain sound singular. Anytime you see this under between two words, it connects those sounds together. So you sound them out together. Rather than making it sound singular, you sound them out together. Bring the sounds together. I'll give you a better example once I go into vocabulary. First word is call. The word for call in Hebrew is korah. The next word is camel. The word for camel in Hebrew is gamal. Next word is candle. The word for candle in Hebrew is nar. Okay, I'm going to write it out in the ancient and in the Syrian. This is the ancient qua ra. Right? The first word is call. The word for call in Hebrew is korah. This is the qua. The ancient. Remember, this is the ancient. This is the Assyrian. Because you got to get confused. I'll put the Assyrian right. The ancient and the Assyrian. The ancient and the Assyrian. I'll put them right under each other. So this is the ancient. This is the qua. See how that right there that makes it sound singular? This right here connects the sound. So let's see if we got any connectors in there. But when you write in the Assyrian doesn't have the connectors like the ancient. It's just written straight out. So, qua, ra, qua, ra. The Assyrian, qua, and the ra. The next word is camel. The word for camel in the Hebrew is gamal. This is the ga in the ancient. This is the ancient right here. So you know, mark the Assyrian right under. The same thing. So we're confused. This is the ga. This is the ma. Remember, the ma. This is the ma, and this is the la. That's in the ancient. Now this is the Assyrian. Remember that in the Assyrian, it has double. The ma is a double character. So when you think about the double character, remember when you use the first character is used in the beginning or the middle of a word. The second character is always used at the end of a word. In this case, it's in the middle of the word, so use the first character. And then that's the la. So, ga, ma, la. So, gamal. That's how you would write that in the Assyrian. Next word is candle. The word for candle is nar. N-A-R. Nar. So, in the ancient, na, and then the ra. Nar. See how you make those connectors under? It makes the nar. That's nar. Now, in the Assyrian, remember the Assyrian doesn't have those connectors. It's just written straight out. So it's the na and the ra. Nar. It's just written straight out. So the first word is call. The word for call is korah. This is how you write korah in the ancient. This is how you write korah in the Assyrian. Next word is camel. The word for camel is gamal. This is how you write gamal in the ancient. This is how you write gamal in the Assyrian. Next word is candle. The word for candle in the Hebrew is nar. This is how you would say nar if you were trying to say candle. So this is how you would write nar in the ancient. This is how you would write nar in the Assyrian. Remember, and in the Assyrian, on the nar is a double character. That first na, you're going to use the first na. The only reason you're going to use that first na is because it's used in the beginning of the word. So you don't get confused. Next word is captivity. The word for captivity is shab ya. Shab ya. The next word is car. The word for car in the Hebrew is mar ra kab. Marakab is how you would say car. Marakab. The next word is carry. The word for carry in the Hebrew is na sha ah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and write out captivity, which is Shabya. I'm writing out the ancient and the Assyrian. So you're gonna start with the Shah in the ancient. Shah. Then you're gonna go with the Ba, remember? Shab. Shab. Then you wanna go Ya. Shab Ya. Okay, the first word is captivity. The word for captivity in the Hebrew is Shabya. This is how you write Shabya in the ancient. So you write it in the Assyrian. Next word is car. The word for car in the Hebrew is marakab. So in the ancient, marakaba. Marakab. That's how you would write that in the ancient. You say marakab. And the Assyrian, it's just written straight out. Remember, the Assyrian is just written straight out. There's no sound out, it's just written straight out. Next word is carry. The word for carry is nasha'a. Nasha'a. This is how you write nasha'a in the ancient. This is the nasha'a. That's in the ancient. Nasha'a. And that's in the Assyrian. Next word is cattle. The word for cattle in the Hebrew is ah la. Next word is celebrate. The word for celebrate is chagag. Next word is share. The word for chair in the Hebrew is kasa. I'm going to write them straight out in the ancient and in the Assyrian. So you want to go la, ha. First word is cattle. The word for cattle is alap. This is the the la, and the pa. Alap. That's how you would write that in the ancient. The la, and the pa. You know, the pause is double character. Since it's the pause at the end, use the second character of the pa. That's when the second character of the pa is used. The next word is celebrate. The word for celebrate is kagab. This is the cha, gab, gab. Cha, gab, gab. That's in the ancient. The Syrian cha, gab, gab. Same thing. The next word is chair. The word for chair is kasa. This is the ka. This is the sa. That's in the ancient. This is the ka. This is the sa. That's in the Assyrian. Go ahead.
The Syrian and the ancient, how they have different characters.
Correct.
So are the words, the definition of the words the same too? Like if you read chair, is it really a chair? Or does it have different definitions, sir?
I believe they have the same definition. That was a good question, though. He said, "Wow, you almost got me with that one." I never thought about that. That's pretty deep. I never thought about that. Because yeah, Syrian and the ancient is different, or the definition different. And I guess it will say in this case no, but we'll have to look into that. All right, the next word. That was good. The next word is cheerful. The word for cheerful in the Hebrew is shamak. Shamak is how you would say cheerful. Next word is child. The word for child in the Hebrew is yalad. The next word is cheese. The word for cheese in the Hebrew is ga ba yana. Gabayana. Gabayana. Go ahead and write it out in the ancient and in the Assyrian. I'm gonna start in the ancient. This is the Shah. This is the oh, that's the Ma and the Cha. Since the Ma is a double character and the Ma is in the middle of the word, you're going to use the first character of the Ma. Next word, Yalad. First word is cheerful. The word for cheerful is shamak. This is how you would write shamak in the ancient. How you write in the Assyrian. Next word is child. The word for child is yalad. This is how you'd write yalad in the ancient. This is how you'd write yalad in the Assyrian. The next word is cheese. The word for cheese is gabayana. Gabaya, gabayana. Gabayana. That's how you would say cheese. Gabayana. This is how you write that in ancient. So you write this in the Assyrian. The word for circumcised is mall. Next word is city. The word for city is ayar. All right, let me call you right back then. The first word is chose. The word for chose is bakar. This is the ba ha ra bakar. That's how you would write that in the ancient. And this is how you would write it in the Assyrian. Assyrian doesn't have those connector characters. Next word is circumcised. The word for circumcised is mal. Next word is city. The word for city is ayar. This is I, ya, and the R. Next word is class. for class in the Hebrew is ka ta. Next word is cleave. First word is class. The word for class is kata. This is how you write kata in the ancient. This is how you write kata in the Assyrian. Next word is cleave. The word for cleave is debak. This is how you write debak in the ancient. This is how you write debak in the Assyrian. Next word is close. The word for close is cigar. This is how you write cigar in the ancient. This is how you write cigar in the Assyrian. Word cloud. The word for cloud is Aina. This word is cluster. Words for clusters: Ash, Gov, Wall. Next word is coffee. The word for coffee is Qua, Pa. I'm start off writing in the ancient and in the Assyrian. I. Aina. So why don't you be watching? You watching the Art of Dialogue. You watch the Art of Dialogue, yeah.
What's that?
It tells the story about the 1996 Tupac and all that.
Oh yeah,
You don't watch that?
yeah.
When they tell the stories, Danny Boy and all them.
Yeah.
The first word is cloud. The word for cloud in the Hebrew is Aina. This is how you would write Aina in the ancient. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. The next word is cluster. The word for cluster in the Hebrew is ashkawal. This is how you write ashkawal in the ancient. This is how you would write ashkawal in the Assyrian. Next word is coffee. The word for coffee is kopa. This is how you write kopa in the ancient. This is how you write kopa in the Assyrian. First word is come. Next, the word for come is ba'a. Next word is command. The word for command is taza wa. Next word is commandment. The word for commandment in the Hebrew is ma taza wa. Ma taza wa. So I'm gonna go ahead and write it down the ancient and in the Assyrian. We're gonna start off with the ancient. So we're gonna go with the ba. That's the ba. The ah. Singular, singular. Now you go bam. Next word, taza. Taza. The Tizawath is a double character when you look into these series. So you remember. First word is come. The word for come is kaba. I mean ba'a salaki. I mean, excuse me. This is ba'a in the ancient. This is ba'a in the Assyrian. The Next word is command. The word for command is tazawa. This is tazawa in the ancient. This is tazawa in the Assyrian. Next word is commandments. The word for commandments is ma tazawaf. This is ma tazawaf in the ancient. This is ma tazawaf in the Assyrian. The first word is come. The word for come is ba'a. I already said that. Slash. I already did that. Just erase it. Look at myself like that. I did all that. He said, stop declaring. I don't need all that. Next word is companion. The word for companion is bar. Next word is conductor. The word for conductor in Hebrew is ida. Next word. No, that's not it. That's not it. Ida is actually Ida is actually congregation. Next word is conquer. The word for conquer is ma na zat. I'll go ahead and write in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Ha. First word is companion. The word for companion is chabar. This is how you write chabar in the ancient. This is how you write chabar in the Syrian Salafi. Next word is congregation. The word for congregation is ida. This is how you write ida in the ancient. This is how you write it in the Assyrian. Next word is conqueror. The word for conqueror is manatazak. This is how you write manatazak in ancient. This is how you write manatazak in the Assyrian. In the water here. All right. It's crazy. I'm hearing the song in my head still. That's where it's counselor. The word for counselor is Yah, why, Slakia, Yawai, Yawai, Tazah, Yawai Tazah. That's how you would say counselor. The word is cow. The word for cow is Pa Ra. Next word is create. The word for create is Ba Ra. Now I'm gonna go ahead and write it down in the ancient and the Assyrian. That's the Yah. So for the Yah, we're gonna go Yah, Y, 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 Tazah. Yeah, Y, Y, yeah, Y, Tazah. First word is Yawai Tazah. This is how you write Yawai Tazah in the ancient. This is how you write Yawai Tazah in the Assyrian. Next word is cow. The word for cow is para. This is how you write para in the ancient. This is how you write para in the Assyrian. Next word is create. The word for create is bara. This is how you write bara in the ancient. This is how you write bara in the Assyrian. Word is cry. Word for cry is Teza rat. Next word is curse. The word for curse is ara. Arar. Next word is cut. The word for cut is karath. First word is cry. The word for cry is tezarak. That's how you write tezarak in the ancient. This is how you write tezarak in the Assyrian. Next word is curse. The word for curse is arar. That's how you write arar in the ancient. How you write arar in the Assyrian. Next word is cut. The word for cut is karath. That's how you write karath in the ancient. That's how you write karath in the Assyrian. And that's my time. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shabarakathum to the brothers. Yahweh Shamar, Alatah Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Barakathum.